but either home or Berlin.
Yeah. And you would prefer?
Yeah, let's not that way.
No.
I have a festival plan this weekend.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Because I didn't think they would make it this far.
No, true, yeah. Yeah. It's the first time since 2008. dancing, smiling, and then in about 4 hours before kickoff, they all exit that and then go behind buses, or 2 buses. And it's just orange, you know, and everyone's, it's just fun. I mean, they closed all the roads, and then I peeled away from it to come and find, and within 10 minutes there were people like sweeping the streets and the roads were open again. Yeah, really well organised. We need something like that. It's just, they just get too drunk and they they get aggressive. Yeah, because your guys was Saturday in Berlin, and the atmosphere was amazing. The concert they had before the game, and everyone's having fun. And I know, but it's a different kind of. The atmosphere is different. It's not aggressive.
Yeah, that's true. But on the matches where we played earlier, like at 6 o'clock, it was better because people were less drunk,
Yeah.
and the atmosphere was even better.
Okay. Yeah.
But for this match, we also I was walking with a cart behind me,
Ah,
and the Dutch guy stumbled over my car.
Oh, fuck.
started going loose at me.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
there was some.
So it wasn't so good.
Not everyone was
No.
nice.
I mean, it just, I don't know, obviously the more drunk they are, the more possibility there's to be aggressive,
Yeah.
But I'd never experienced it before, so to me it was,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It's good to see.
Yeah.
But England doesn't like organize anything.
No.
Do they have like a square where they do some sort of party, or do they want
They
to
normally just take over a square,
square?
but there's no official organisation, so it's just, everyone's just getting drunk and singing, and there's not, if there was something more official, I think it would be better because it would like channel everyone into the same environment, and there's music going and it's more fun.
But then again, it's really weird because here in the Netherlands, our club culture in the Netherlands, we consider it to be better than the international culture.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have the same in the UK.
What
Like on the
fan clubs and the ultras.
yeah, just for the clubs, if you
Yeah.
like club football, the fan culture is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the same.
What, better than for the national team?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, well that's the same for a lot of countries. Not, I mean with us, yeah, it's,
Like our crowds during the matches, it gets silent.
yeah.
Like if they're just if they're defending, you
Yeah.
just have like 40,000 people just not saying
Not
anything,
doing anything,
and
yeah.
only as soon as they
Yeah, it's
are
true.
ahead, they
Yeah.
start singing. It's really
Yeah.
awful. And with
Same-
club
same
football,
with
they
England,
just
yeah.
sing it throughout the entire
Yeah, same with England, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find it into the games. Whenever I've done England games in the past, they've always been some of the worst atmospheres. We don't have it, we don't have that. Qatar was terrible.
Yeah,
It's like,
of course. I think that's hard.
yeah, that felt like some of the games there felt like, charity matches.
Yeah.
Okay. But we have so few songs as well, don't we? It's the same 2 or 3.
Ja, sobald die Spieler da sind,
Yeah, I don't know.
also dass sie da sind, ist schon
I
nicht
prefer,
schon.
I often prefer fans from other countries.
Natürlich auch sein.
But yeah, we're not
Die Sache ist aber nicht besser. Leider.
No.
Sinnlos, ey.
It's just, I think we could do with something like what you guys do. It's like, all be here at a certain time, we're just going to entertain you. You're not like looking around for something to do or where's the best pub or whatever. It's all just there. And it's a bit fun. Yeah. And then that Marsh Stadium is quite cool as well.
Yeah, it's also smart. Like for the cities, it's smart because you don't have 40,000 English fans roaming around the city.
Yeah.
And then with the Mars, it maybe takes like 20 minutes of the traffic.
Yeah.
It's really organized.
It is. And it was over, like, I just came away from it to go in the opposite direction to work, and it was, as soon as that last bus was gone and sweeping the streets, Yeah, it's pretty well done. Why don't you say you do it at 4? Well, yeah, maybe Serbia, Slovakia, Denmark. Yeah, yeah. I saw them play Germany. They were pretty good there. They were better than Germany. Germany were. I thought Germany were the worst. I've seen them. Against the home nation.
Yeah, my prediction was we beat Germany to win it.
Right. Talking about fans, but yeah, well, they faced Spain too early, didn't they? They gave them a good. They gave them a good game. It was a close game. They gave them a good game.
Somos los españoles en la historia de Marvel. Pide Marvel. España la
Maybe they know it's late.
No, don't know.
somos los pibes españoles de Marvel.
See the egg doing your predictions?
No, we've had footage of an elephant.
Yeah, for real.
But they didn't predict. But this one, I don't know. I haven't seen. Was it the 8?
Except the Netherlands.
Okay.
And he's got it right so far.
Really?
Since when? Every match so far, but he's only predicting the Dortmund and Germany match.
Oh, where is it? Dortmund.
Yeah, it's
Okay. No, it's elephants since day one. This would have, yeah, that's funny. It is in some, I don't know. Yeah, that was the World Cup 2006. Full, yeah. Running.
Eight as well, or is it a month? There's a difference. There is, right? What is the difference?
Yeah. So they predicted Germany to
He kicked it already.
in trains to kick the ball.
Where is it?
Although this is quite old now, so I'm wondering if they'll stop doing it. This is the Denmark game. It's here. It's in Turin.
Yeah, right.
Turin. It's in this state. So.
Why don't you say it's at 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
No comments, nothing. That's alright, I don't mind. Don't hang around.
When are you guys off to walk?
Tomorrow. Woohoo! Can't wait. Loving that drive. Might be the last one though. They get beat. Go from there home, I think, and then pack up everything for tomorrow.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we're leaving the United as well.
There's dust in my eye. If they win.
What happens if they go through then?
Then I come back.
Right, book it again.
Yeah.
Gotta come back here for the press, isn't it? A bit annoying.
You hoping that they go out?
Sorry?
Are you at the stage just hoping that they?
No, I want them to win. 5,000 kilometres.
It's like an extra 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, sure. Come on, yeah. Sure.
Really, this is all about the sort of more relaxed approach to that carousel game. Try to introduce involvement of players and
Okay, good afternoon everyone and welcome to Blankenheim for this media conference with Luke Shaw. As ever, if we can keep it to 3 questions per person so we can get around plenty of you, that'd be great. Carver, do you want to get us started?
First of all, Luke, good to see you back on Saturday. What's the past 4 months been like for you, and what was it like to finally be playing again?
Yeah, no, the last 4 months have been really tough. I think obviously at the start I was expected to come back a lot sooner, but you know I went through quite a few setbacks, to be honest. But I'm here now. Yeah, and it was really nice to get on the other night. I've been itching to get some minutes. It's been a long while, but yeah, no, really pleased that I was able to get on the pitch and get some minutes, and of course now hopefully get some more in the next game.
Do you think you're fit to start the next game? Could you play 90 minutes, 120 minutes?
Yeah, of course. I think I am. But obviously that's solely down to Gareth's decision on what he does. But how I feel, you know, I feel fit and I'm ready to go.
You've obviously got a close relationship with Gareth. He's come in for quite a bit of criticism. Do you think he gets the credit he deserves? And also, how grateful are you for the support that he's shown you personally?
Yeah, no, to be honest, I don't really understand the criticism. I think what he's done for the country, for us as players as well, and you know, I think he's really took us to the next level. I think no manager's really been as successful as him as what he's doing recently. I think it's now another semi-final, and for me and us as players, we love him. I think he's really good. He's exactly what we need, and for us, he always puts the players first, and you know, for that we're able to go out on the pitch and try to be at our best. And yeah, I think for me personally, I've got a lot to thank him for, because he showed a lot of faith and trust in picking me when, you know, he didn't have to, and for that I'll always be thankful. But for me now, I need to repay the faith that he's shown in me.
And during your rehab out here, have you been in touch with Manchester United and Eric Ten Hag? What do you make of the news that he's staying at United and signing a new contract?
Yeah, no, I think firstly it wasn't really a surprise. I think he was always going to sign. I think everyone's very pleased. I think you look at the last 2 years, he's had a trophy in each season. There's been a bit of success, and you know, I think there's definitely more to come. And yeah, like I said, I think everyone's very pleased with him staying. And yeah, I spoke to him a couple times, and also the medical staff. I think we've been very close this camp, because obviously what's been going on. So yeah, we've touched base quite a lot, to be honest, and I think they're in touch with England a lot too.
Okay, Faye, then Alex.
Hi Luke, nice to see you. Really good to see you back as well.
Thank you.
I'm just wondering how you've coped mentally with everything going on into the last 4 months, getting picked again for England, and then being able to get back on the pitch the other night.
I think mentally, I think the motivation was to help England, and to get back playing. I think for me at the start of this tournament, I believed we had a good opportunity, and believed that we would get far in the tournament. And for me, it was always about getting back fit and trying to help the team as much as I can. And thankfully I'm here now, and I'm feeling really good, and you know, hopefully I can, you know, get another opportunity to sort of repay the faith, like I said a minute ago about Gareth.
Can you just elaborate a bit more on how he's supported you over this? Because obviously selecting you, he called you a wild card pick at one point. How touch and go was it, and what was he saying to you throughout?
I think obviously before the squad got announced, I think obviously we had a plan. The plan was to come back around the second, third game, but unfortunately things obviously didn't go as planned, and you know, I had a little setback that pushed me back a game or so, which was unfortunate at the time. But you know, him and Steve and the medical staff have season, and you know, mentally of course it's tough, because sometimes you think, am I going to be okay? But you know, they were really there for me, and you know, I think not just Gareth and Steve, but the medical staff, they've been amazing with me, and you know, I have a lot to thank them for.
How important is that man management that maybe we don't get to see, but behind the scenes?
Yeah, of course, it's massive, and I think personally he's one of the best at it. He knows exactly how to manage his players, and you know, what their needs are, and you know, it's clear as day for me, you know, why the squad is how it is, and you know, the real togetherness that we have inside that squad is really around what Gareth created, and you know, is what helps us, you know, dig deep in these games.
Thanks very much, Luke.
Okay, Alex, then Henry.
Hi Luke. As you said, you've had to wait to play in the tournament. Has it been a strange tournament for you because of that wait time and having to do the training and watching the rest of the squad play?
Yeah, it's been strange. It's also been difficult as well. I think going to games, feeling the atmosphere, and not being able to put a shirt on or to get involved in anything was quite hard. But again, on the other side, that's what motivated me more to push and keep working as hard as I can to make sure that I was able to get back and feel the atmosphere in the games.
And how did you feel coming on in that game? Did you feel more pressure coming on at 1-0 down and so many people waiting for you to get back fit and get back on the pitch?
No, I didn't really feel anything, to be honest, at that moment. Of course, excited that I was coming back, but I think the main priority at that point was to help us get back in the game and do whatever I can to make us win that game and get through to the next round.
In the knockouts, England have got through in a couple of dramatic ways, penalties and Jude Bellingham's overhead kick getting you to extra time. What has it been like in the squad? Have you got more together? How is morale?
Yeah, I definitely think the last two wins have definitely brought the group more together. Like I said anyway, before we was a real close-knit squad, but I think these last two games it definitely brings you more close as a group, and it builds the resilience that we've been going through, and the togetherness is definitely even more now than it has been.
Luke, hi. Good luck Wednesday, first of all. When Trent's penalty went in, obviously everyone spilt down towards him, but you went over to the Swiss. Is that because you've been through adversity in your life? Because it was a very sporting gesture to do in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, of course. I think, like you just said then, that I've been in that situation before, in the Euros final, and, I know how I felt, and, for me it was the feeling that, to go and console them, and because I've been in that situation, I know it's not nice, and I think for me it was, more of a bit of a respect thing, and just to go say well done and all the best, really.
You played with Memphis Depay at United in 2015-16. United didn't really see the best of him, but what sort of threat could he pose to England? Yeah,
a massive threat. For me, I spent a bit of time with him. I played with him. I know what he's capable of. He's an unbelievable player, and I think he will be a big threat for them. But I think we've not got to focus on one player. I think their team is a very top team. A really good coach, and I think it's going to be a very, very tough game.
Can we go here then, Rob?
Hi, Luke. Alberto Rubio from Marca from Spain. Especially congratulations for your coming back last day.
Thank you.
I want to ask you about another coming back. Jude Bellingham came back to Dortmund. Jude for a long time from Euro 2020, from the World Cup. How do you see him, especially the progress that you have advertised in Jude in all this time?
Yeah, of course, the progress, it's been frightening, really. It's gone really well for him. I think as a young lad, when he first come in, I think you could see the talent that he had, the mentality he had, and it was only for me about him growing, staying humble and doing the right things, and he's done that. And for me, about Jude is that he thrives under pressure. And I think the more pressurised situations he's in, then the more he likes to step in and show he's one of the main men. And I think going back to Dortmund, I think he's going to really enjoy the moment, and it's a big one for him too.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rob.
Hi, good luck for Wednesday.
Thanks.
You've been part of some of the lowest moments, 2014. This is a third semi-final under Gareth Southgate. What has been key to the transformation?
I think definitely the belief. I think we've got way more belief now than we ever have, and I think also the togetherness, and also it helps with the players that we've got now at our disposal. I think we've got world-class players all over the pitch, and I think it's now time. It's getting to crunch end really about when them players will step up, and you know, I think in these moments that's what you need, and I think everyone's really looking forward to another semi-final, and trying to reach another final.
And you talk about the talent amongst the squad, the fact that the victory was secured without Harry on the pitch, he'd come off. Is that something that's reassuring, the fact it's not reliant on him as captain?
Yeah, of course, but I think that shows the strength in depth. You know, that you can replace one world-class player with another one, really, and I think that's what's really good. Everyone in training, the ones that are not playing, are still pushing as hard as they can because they know at any moment their chance can come. So everyone has to be ready and to be able to deliver on the pitch when called upon.
You spent so long just as a fan, effectively, not being able to get on the pitch here. What was it like watching those matches? Was it agonising? Did you fear the team was going out? And do you not have that belief you can go all the way?
Yeah, no, it was tough. I felt more nervous watching, to be honest, than playing. It is quite tough. But yeah, of course, I never once thought that we was going to go out. I think you always have to believe right to the end. You know, and good moments like Jude's one happens. But yeah, of course, I think we have to have belief. The belief's definitely building with the last two games. But it's down to us. It's down to us to deliver that on the pitch. I think game by game we've been getting better, definitely. Can still improve on a bit more, but you know, I think it's coming to the crunch time now where we're feeling, and I feel like we're looking good.
Okay, we'll move on to the second round now. Start with James. And then you said
Hi, Luke. Good luck on Wednesday.
Thanks.
I just want to ask you about Kobbie Mainoo. Could you just sort of talk a bit about his year? Because obviously you've seen it from behind the scenes at United, and then now with England. It seems like nothing phases him at all. I mean, just talk about that sort of growth he's had.
Yeah, no, the growth is scary, really. It's been really quick for him. Obviously, when I first saw Kobbie, I think he was in and out of the first team just training, but you could really see the qualities he had. And then obviously he come away pre-season. He was unfortunate. He got an injury, maybe set him back a bit, but it didn't stop him. I think his qualities have shown, and you know, I don't see him as a young lad anymore. I think he's one of our main players. For me, he's got the world at his feet. He can do everything. He just needs to stay level-headed, keep working hard, and you know, like I said, the world's his oyster, and he can honestly achieve anything.
Because there was a lot of talk about the midfield balance and sort of early on in the tournament, but he seems to sort of be quietly solving that problem. Have you been surprised at all about just how easily he seems to have taken to this level?
No, because I think he did that at Manchester. He come out of nowhere, and you know, he took it at an ease, so it hasn't surprised me really. I think everyone knows his qualities. It was just about getting him in the team, and I think once he got in the team, I think everyone knows that he's going to show his qualities and how important he can be for the team. So, you know, that's a big clap on his back, really, to say to him that what he's done is really good, and he needs to just keep that level up.
And just on yourself, I mean, when the squad was announced, given the fitness situation that you were experiencing at the time, were you surprised to be the only recognised left back that was named in that original sort of 26?
The first squad, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know really. Maybe a little bit, but I think I also know how good of a job Kieran Trippier could do anyway. So at left back, so I think I sort of seen him as a left back cover anyway. So, you know, there was a little bit of a surprise, but yeah, not too much.
And you mentioned the setback you had, presumably out here, was that? I mean, at that moment, did you think maybe you'd missed the whole tournament?
Yeah, I think so. I think purely because of what I've been through. And, you know, I worked so hard to get to that place where I was at, and then something like that to happen. Yeah, I was, of course, worried. But, yeah, no, I think I had a scan and stuff, and it wasn't too bad, so it was only a minor one. So, you know, I knew that there was still opportunity to come back and play later on in the tournament.
Tell us what actually happened. Was it just in training?
Nah, it was just in training. I actually overstretched, to be honest. So yeah, it was something like that, but it was only minor, and I'm here now, so I'm happy.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yeah.
Hi, Luke. Matthijs Westerstraat, NOS Dutch Television. About the Dutch game, in your eyes, what do you think are their vulnerabilities?
To be honest, I don't think they've got any. Like I said, I think they're a really good team. They're really well coached. But in my eyes, we just have to focus on what we got to do. And yeah, that's that.
How happy were you with this draw if you compare the Dutch with France and Spain?
I think the draw doesn't matter. I think we're confident whoever we're playing against. So whatever game comes, we just have to focus on that, and that's that really. We haven't focused too much on the other side, on who we're going to play. It's just game by game, making sure that we're winning these games.
I just heard you mention that you're in touch with Erik ten Hag. Did he give you any advice about dealing with his job on Wednesday?
No, he didn't, but he sent me a little cheeky message about the game, so it was funny. And
what was it?
No, I'm not saying.
Okay.
We'll ask him.
Yeah, ask him.
Question, Alex? Yeah.
Hi, Luke. I just have one question. 3 quarterfinals went into extra time in the last days. What is your opinion about that? I mean, in the Copa America, if there's no winner after 90 minutes, they directly go through penalty shootout. What would you prefer? I mean, with extra time, people get more football, indeed. But maybe without extra time, it's better for your body as a football player. What are your thoughts about that? Thank you.
I don't know, really. I think for me, growing up as a young kid, I think I've always known that. I've always known extra time, and for me, I think, you know, that's all I know, and for me, that's how it should be, really. I think going straight into penalties is obviously what they decided. I think they decided it quite late on, but I like extra time.
Simon Peach.
Hi, Luke. Good luck.
Thank you.
What are you expecting from the Dutch? And about Weghorst, he's been a game changer for them, and obviously you know him well from Manchester United. So what are you expecting from him?
Yeah, of course. You know, he's a very strong opponent in and around the box. I think Jules in the air, he's very strong. He's a very hard worker. He's obviously not been starting at the moment, but he's been coming on and making a real impact. And I think obviously that's something we'll look at. And obviously if Gareth or the team want anything from him, from me, then, you know, I'm happy to help with that. But yeah, we're expecting a very tough test, not just from him, but from their whole team.
You mentioned Erik ten Hag's deal earlier. You're the longest serving player at the club now. You just celebrated 10 years at the club. Are you confident that things are going on an upward trajectory now?
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about Manchester, but I definitely think it's in the right place now. I think definitely with the boss signing a new contract and the new owners that are now coming in to take place, I think things are looking really positive. There's a big buzz around the place, and I can definitely now see things getting much better than they have been. Yeah.
And one about here, Bukayo Saka. I watched you on Lions Den with him yesterday and saw your relationship. Reminded us really how close you were. What makes him so special on and off the pitch?
I just think he's the most humble guy I've ever met, the most likeable person. I think you could ask every single person, I think they would say the same thing. He's honest, he's very hard-working, got amazing talent, and I think I was extremely happy for him the other night as well with the penalty, after what he's been through and stuff. So that was obviously a real, you know, proud and happy moment, I think, for everyone to see that. And, you know, yeah, like I said, I think everyone just loves him, don't they?
Okay, we'll take 3 or 4 more in this live section, then we've got an embargo section at the end, which I'll come to you for that, Martin. Gentleman there, and then Simon, if you pass the mic to gentleman standing up. Thanks.
Hi, Luke. Dutch newspaper. About the Wednesday's match, can you say what kind of battle you expect? Will it be tactical, physical, mentally, all of them combined? What do you think?
Yeah, I think all of them combined. Like I said, it's going to be a real tough game. It's a semi-final. a big game. Both teams want to win. So yeah, I think you're gonna see all three of them combined. But I'm sure it will be a really good game.
Second and last question. A lot has been said about the style of England. Is it attractive enough? Do you think you could be the missing link for playing more attractive football?
I don't know. It's a tough one to answer that. I think the most important thing is to win games. Winning games and getting through to the next round is for me the most important thing. Whether you play good or bad football, the most important thing is winning games. And at the moment we're doing that. We're winning games. Of course, I would like to think that I can help the team when I come back in it. But yeah, like I said, I think the most important thing is winning. And at the moment, whether people like it or not, the way we're playing, how the team are playing, for us, we're in the semi-finals. That's all that matters.
Thank you. Gentlemen, stand up.
Hi. Here, two questions. Cadena Ser from Spain Radio. Semi-finals with England, with Holland, with France and Spain. Which team do you think is the most powerful team so far in this Euro?
I think you can pick any four of them. I think all the teams that are left have shown what sort of qualities they have. But I think, like I said, there's no way we can focus on other teams and think of, their chances. I think we just got to focus on ourselves and deliver on the pitch on Wednesday night.
And if England wins the Euro, do you think that Bellingham deserves to win the Ballon d'Or?
Yeah, of course. He's had an unbelievable season. I think he's won Champions League and La Liga. So, adding the Euros to that list wouldn't be a bad year. So, why not?
Okay, Steve Scott.
Hi, Luke. Good luck Wednesday. Wednesday's referee has a history with Jude. Jude was fined for pointing out that he was a match fixer. Is that an uncomfortable situation, do you think?
No, not at all. I think we have to respect UEFA on whoever they decide to pick as the ref. That won't change anything about us. I think we still just focus on the game in hand. Not too much about what refs we've been given or this and that. So for us, it won't make any difference.
Have you ever played in a game where you think for one reason or whatever the referee has got it in for you and you've changed the way you played as a result?
No, I think not really. I think sometimes in the heated moment you get angry in games and you might think that, but no. And like I said, look, whatever ref's been picked. We just have to be ready and not focus about that.
Thanks, Stephen. Back to Dan Rowan.
Thank you. Luke, best of luck on Wednesday. You scored that memorable goal to put England up in the Euros final last time round before what happened. Given that, how much do you think about the opportunity you've got here to get through to another final and put that right? How much of a motivator is that memory?
Yeah, of course the motivation is massive. Yeah, I think I remember the feelings after that game. It was, in my opinion, the worst I've ever felt. So yeah, of course the motivation is very high. But of course we're not there yet in the final. We've still got one massive game against a very top opposition. But yeah, of course the hunger and the motivation is at its highest, and yeah, we're ready.
Okay,
thank you.
Apologies to those queued up. We ran out of time in the live section, so I'm going to have to miss some of you out, but we will move on to short section embargoed until 10:30.